What's up, everybody? Quiero ver si se oye con madre. Yeah, it's almost here. We're about 25 hours from the NFL draft. Let me see. A la madre. Si se oye. Let me see. Are we live? All right, we're live. So, how's everybody? Oh, let me close this down. Let me close this and let me get back on this one. ¿Cómo estamos, raza? We're good. How's everybody excited for the NFL draft? All right, we got one person watching, and it's myself. Ahorita, so I'm shadow banned on Facebook. I should have gone live from my Instagram because that is be blowing up right now, and I might go live there too right now afterwards. Shoot, man, what's going on? All right, there we go. All right, we have some people coming in. I want to see the comments. ¿Qué onda? Santos Rubio from Amarillo, Texas. If it's the volume's too loud or too high, let me know, please. I'm testing out this new sound system that I got for my lives, and we're gonna get this all painted and all nice and stuff. A big shout out to my girlfriend, man. She has been doing awesome stuff with just doing some awesome stuff here in the studio, and it's gonna come out great. And she got Charger color braids for tomorrow's draft. So I'm gonna be hosting the biggest NFL draft party in the world besides the actual draft in Kansas City. We're talking about over 500 pounds of beef. Speaking of beef, shout out to our newest sponsor. Just big shout out to Jack Links. Try the new Doritos Spicy Sweet Chili. Están brutos, carnal. This is my go-to for on the road. Coming from your non-vegan camarada, Jack Links Doritos Spicy, the newest. They also have. I was gonna say weed, like I came up with this. They also have new flaming hot flavored. So we're gonna be doing big things with Jack Links, and we're gonna have a bunch of. I'm gonna have tomorrow for the NFL draft at Tipsy Tavern, the biggest NFL draft party in the world. I'm gonna have a lot of free samples for people that get. I mean, we're talking the bags that troqueros can afford, the $16 bags. We're gonna be giving some product away from Jack Links tomorrow at Tipsy Tavern. Brought to you by the Green Insurance Group. Our friend Carlos Clutch Mendoza. Rolly Roll wants to know on la yesca. Woo! ¿Por qué crees que this live was late? I was supposed to start at 5:30. Ya cuando está la gente on the road, and I mean, don't be on your phone, but you could have had, my voice on while you were driving. So I was going to start. I started late porque por la yesca, carnal. So one of my favorite times of the years. I have so many. Shout out to Richard King, says that Doritos flavored beef jerky was good. It was really good. I really love the peppercorn flavor, man. I have so many. Richard King, I hope you come out tomorrow, man. It's gonna be fun. Once again, Jack Links, Green Insurance Group, San Benito. Gotta pay bills, man. Gotta get them sponsors in. All right, the non-vegan camarada Jack Links, a huevo. Back to the NFL draft cap. Tomorrow's the NFL draft, and I couldn't be more excited. Who's excited? Who is your team? Comment who your team is, and I might, announce the pick before I say the picks. And we already not much know who number one is. We're gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm probably gonna do 2 rounds tomorrow. Do my 2-round mock. And there's been a lot of rumors that have been coming in. Everybody knows the big trade that went down. Aaron Rodgers, Hall of Famer. Shout out to my girlfriend, Chargers. I can't wait for tomorrow's draft. And pretty much it's set. Somebody put flu, Eagles flu. Joel Cesar says puro pinches Texas. Let's get down to the draft. All right, we're gonna start the draft. First pick, everybody knows the Panthers traded up for the quarterback of their choice, and it looks from 99.999% it's gonna be Bryce Young. So this is where it gets interesting. Number 2. Now, the Texans have never really. They've always drafted kind of wacky, bro. From last year, going Stingley over Sauce Gardner, and I know Sauce was the Rookie of the Year, and it looks like the Texans might have, it's 1 year, and Derek Stingley was hurt a lot of the year. Kenyon Green was a surprise, and he played great. So now, what I've been hearing, if I have my ear to the NFL, hey, Jack Links, bro, yo ya tengo connects, bro, tengo un national sponsor. The Texans are really loving Tyree Wilson, the edge from Texas Tech. It's a better scheme fit. All these draft nerds always say scheme fit. We hear it. Play a drinking game tomorrow, and how many times one of these NFL nerds says scheme fit? So I'm just gonna go out on a crazy limb. I always give the Texans a crazy pick, so I'm gonna go with the Texans drafting Tyree Wilson, number 2 overall, defensive end out of Texas Tech. Woo! I'm glad Carlos Clutch Mendoza is watching. Shout out. Because the Eagles trade, the rumor going around that the Eagles want to desperately trade down, but they also want to, not desperately, but they want to trade up also. And I think there's a lot of teams that actually are looking to trade down more than looking to trade up. But I think the Eagles, with their roster, I know they lost a lot of people, but with their roster, if they could move up to the 3rd pick in the draft, I would hate more if the Eagles would draft Bijan Robinson. If the Eagles draft Bijan Robinson, it's over, bro. It's over. What? It's gonna suck. Me that I hate the Eagles. Weasel. I would hate that worse than I would hate this if they move up to the number 3 pick, trade with the Cardinals, who desperately want to trade back. The Eagles go with Will Anderson, edge out of Alabama. Saludos to Mr. Ray, Mr. Ace. I can't wait for that belt, man. I can't wait to see it. I'm gonna be out there in Laredo, hanging out with Ace, man. It's exciting. I'm looking forward to June. So saludos, carnal. Let me know what you think about the Eagles trading up with the Cardinals to the number 3 pick. They get Will Anderson. The Colts, it looks like they are in love with Will Levis. Same body type like Andrew Luck, chingon, but of course Andrew Luck was just a great generational talent. Will Levis, I don't see it, but he has taken over the number 2 quarterback ranking. Colts go with Will Levis. The Seahawks, they ignore all the off-the-field issues and go with Jalen Carter, defensive tackle from Georgia. All right, we have another trade. Texans fans, talk to me. Did you like Tyree Wilson, number 2 overall? Because the Texans come back, trade with the Detroit Lions. And I know the Lions don't need more. I mean, everybody could need more picks, but the Lions are 2 first-rounders plus, some. I don't know. I think they have 2 2s also, or 2 3s. I think they have draft capital. Why would they trade down? Because I think Tyree Wilson's gone, Will Anderson's gone. They could go corner here, but I think one of the corners is going to drop to number 12, and they lost a lot of players, man. So picking up more draft picks, They lost Jameis Williamson, who they traded a lot for. So anyway, I think the Lions are. I know they really want to trade the number 18 pick, but I think they trade the number 6 pick to the Texans, who move back up to number 6, and they get C.J. Stroud, quarterback out of Ohio State. Woo! Joel Sosa says, if they want Cherry, they could trade down to get him. You would think, but when one of these general manager falls in love with a player, they're not gonna. That's what I kept saying about Baker Mayfield with the Browns. I'm like, just why just get Baker at number 4? Get Saquon number 1, Baker number 4. But they didn't want to risk it. If you really love the player, you don't want to risk it. They stick with their player. So, but the Texans moved back up to get the quarterback, C.J. Stroud. Hector Palacio says, who's going to draft the next Bobby Wade? I don't think I've ever seen a receiver rated higher ever than Bobby Wade coming out of college. He was already a 99 in Madden coming out. Just amazing. He retired because he didn't have anything else to prove. The amazing Bobby Wade. All right. So the Texans go with C.J. Stroud. The Raiders, they could go Anthony Richardson here. Their defense is bad. It's shaping up to be bad. And I'm sticking here with, I think the Raiders are going to draft Christian Gonzalez just because of how many jerseys they're going to sell. You know how many Gonzalez's that are Raider fans are out there? Woo! Puro piche. Gonzalez jerseys everywhere. The Raiders go with Christian Gonzalez, cornerback. The Cardinals, they traded down. Oh, I'm sorry. The 8 pick belongs to the Falcons, who are rumored to really like either Bijan Robinson or Nolan Smith. They love Nolan Smith, and this is a case where if you love your player, you could maybe trade down for. I always say, a general manager loves a player, they're gonna stay with it. But in this scenario, I have the Cardinals, who traded down originally from number 10, jumping over the Bears. Because the Bears really want this offensive tackle. They jump over the Bears to get the number 8th pick to draft Paris Johnson, offensive tackle out of Ohio State. So I think that's very possible here. Move down to get some good picks and then give up a little bit of that to come back up to draft protection for Kyler Murray. Even though I heard the Cardinals also really like Peter Skoronski because he's a little shorter for a tackle, and plus Kyler Murray's like 4'6". So, so I got the Cardinals trading with the Falcons. The Bears, they lost out on Paris Johnson. They could go receiver here. They could go Devin Witherspoon, maybe. Would they go Miles Murphy maybe? I think they're going to try to protect Justin Fields. Peter Skoronski, who's versatile, just because he's short, that means he could play guard too. Peter Skoronski going to the Bears. The Falcons, who just traded with the Cardinals, go with Nolan Smith, the edge rusher out of... Saludos to Mr. Benny Martinez, very, very funny comedian out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm glad you're watching, bro. I'll let you know how your Commanders do. Hint, they take Joey Porter Jr. Anyway, the Falcons, they love Nolan Smith. They want him. I would pair up A.J. Terrell with Devin Witherspoon. That would have been sick, man. And and just to have Jeff Okudah there playing slot. Somebody texted me. Hopefully it's my plug, bro. Nope. All right. It's my sister. The Titans, they stay put here. I almost had the Titans trading up, man, but they stay put here and they get their quarterback, the 11th pick. The Titans go with Anthony Richardson. Ryan Tannehill could stay there for one more year, and then next year Anthony Richardson start rebuilding. Derrick Henry's gonna be gone. Tannehill's gonna be gone. So Titans go with Anthony Richardson. The Lions. who just the Lions who traded with the Texans, yeah, with the 6th pick. The Lions, they get Jameis Winston's gonna be gone for quite a few games, and even then, so I could see the Lions adding some more. I mean, I know their defense was bad, and everybody's been mocking defense, but when you trade down to get more capital, it's a deep draft. There's not a lot of really big blue chippers, but it's deep, and so they could get a lot of off defensive help later. So I got the Lions going with the number 1 receiver, JSN, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. 13th, the Packers. This is the Jets pick. The Jets original pick. They traded Aaron Rodgers. They swapped places. 13th pick, the Packers. Dalton Kincaid, tight end to help Jordan Love. The Patriots, rumored to want to go get a quarterback, but offensive tackle. I'm sorry. But with Devin Witherspoon here and the board, I don't think they pass him up. Devin Witherspoon to the Patriots. The Jets, they want to protect Mr. Aaron Rodgers. They're going to go offensive linemen. They're going to go either Darnell Wright, but for some, I don't know why, but they love Broderick Jones. I see them, even Broderick Jones, offensive tackle. All right, I said it earlier, Commanders, good fit. Joey Porter, cornerback, Penn State. His dad played with the Steelers, who are drafting next. I bet you the Steelers were like, oh, we're about to have royalty. So Benny says he's done over 100 mocks, and a lot of times the Commanders take Joey Porter. So you're right. I like Porter as the pick, other than hip, and LT works, which for the way my mock shaped up, they had Anton Harrison, the first pick. There we go, Anton Harrison or Darnell Wright. I don't think Darnell Wright falls out of the first round. In fact, I have him here with the Steelers at 17. Darnell Wright, the offensive tackle from Tennessee. All right, the Lions trade again. The Lions are going to be good, bro. And then I see the Lions could maybe trade with all the draft capital they're gaining to even trade back up to the first round again to get another first rounder. But they trade here with the Giants, who need some receiver help for Danny Dimes. They want to pass, Chargers, Seahawks might get receiver, Vikings. So they jump all those teams right here, number 18, and they go with Jordan Addison, receiver. I really like Say Flowers for him, and I think Say Flowers might actually go first in him. But I've been hearing rumors again. Well, I just heard it from the Goat House that they really like Jordan Addison. I really like the Goat House. So I like that. I like that pick there. Now I'm gonna, copy it from them too. Yeah, same exact scenario too. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, I can see it happening. All right, the Bucks 19. Miles Murphy dropped a little bit. So there we go, 19th. The Bucks get Miles Murphy. Rebuilding time for the Bucks. So they could actually go in a lot of ways, man. I had them going from Bijan to an offensive tackle to Hendon Hooker to trading up. So the Seahawks. So the Bucks go with Miles Murphy. The Seahawks go with Deonte Banks, Maryland. I really like Woolen as that big, long, stretchy freak, and then you got Deonte Banks, who's just a speed freak, and Seattle's looking very good, and that's going to be a really, really nice pair of corners for a while. All right, I got the Chargers, and this might be like dream scenario, and I don't want them drafting another running back because they've drafted 4 in a row, including Justin Jackson, who I drafted. And then they went, then they've been drafting running backs, and none of them have panned out. I don't care what people say about Josh Kelly. He hasn't done much. Isaiah Spiller has been a bust because he's an Aggie. I don't know if Carlos Clutch is still watching, but shit. Brandon Lance says, come on, give us some speed at wide receiver. All right, I'm sorry. I wanted to give him Safe Flowers, but when you have the best running back, he's gonna be the number 1 fantasy pick next year. now, but he's gonna be the rookie. He's gonna imagine Bijan Robinson, and even with the Eckler situation, just maybe we have Eckler for one more year. Bijan and Eckler, Herbert and Keenan, Mike Williams. We get a tight end in the second. If we get Sam Laporta or Luke Musgrave in the second round, or a Jalen Hyatt in the second round to go. Oh man, I'm just dreaming of all sorts of scenarios, bro. But the best one, our run game was so bad last year. Eckler was awesome, but the run game in general was bad. So just have that workhorse, and then Eckler just catching out of the backfield. This would just give Bijan Robinson Rookie of the Year. Give the Chargers the Super Bowl. If this happens, I am going to be in a public setting hosting the NFL draft party at Tipsy Tavern, but I will lose my absolute crap. I am going to go bonkers, crazier than when I went for Derwin James. And crazier than Kenneth Murray. I was so happy when Kenneth Murray, because I was so bummed out about Justin Herbert, and and then I was so happy for Kenneth Murray. And now, if that were now, it's like Kenneth Murray has been so blah, and Justin Herbert is the next baby goat. Ooh, Brendan Lance says he's happy with Bijan Robinson. Mr. Hector Palacios says hook 'em horns, yeah. Oh, let's go, bro. Speaking of my good friend Hector Palacios, he's a big Cowboy fan. I have the Cowboys trading with the Ravens. Trading with the Ravens to bypass the Jaguars, maybe the Lions. So the Cowboys here jump up to get Michael Mayer, the tight end. Before the Dalton Kincaid hype train, Michael Mayer was viewed as one of the best tight end prospects in a long time. This whole tight end class is incredible, man. And for a while, it was Michael Mayer first tight end taken. Then since maybe right before the combine, Dalton Kincaid took over as the first tight end, and now we're hearing back that it's Michael Mayer is going to be the first tight end. I think they're both going to be amazing, and if the Cowboys get to pull that off, it's going to be good. So since Bijan was gone, maybe the Cowboys move up with the Seahawks to jump the Chargers. Oh man, that would break my heart, bro. All right, the Vikings go with Zay Flowers. Could have gone a different sort of ways. This is one of the Vikings was hard to draft for, but I went with Zay Flowers because I know they lost Thielen. The Shane Dyson says crazier than Ryan Math. Think the Chargers draft the running back from Texas. I mean, if he's there, you have to take him. But I don't think he's gonna make it. Honestly, bro, I don't think he is. Texans trading back in for a third first round pick with Vikings to snag Zay Flowers. Because they have a lot of even with them moving up already to get CJ Stroud, they can still. But I mean, I think you're going to get a really good receiver in the second round. You can get Jalen Hyatt. You can get Quentin Johnson, maybe. You can get Jonathan Mingo from Ole Miss. Tank Dell from Houston. Imagine Houston going to Houston from Houston College to Houston Texans. Jalen Hyatt, I said Marvin Mims. Yes, and they have some room. So I know Zay Flowers is special, man. I love the Zay Flowers tape. I like him. I think he's my number one receiver for me. But so if the Chargers do get Zay Flowers too, man, that's gonna be I might lose my shit with two, but Bijan to the Chargers would be incredible. So I think the Texans stay put. They're gonna use capital to move up to maybe grab a quarterback because from more accounts, it's looking like it's gonna be a defensive player with the first pick. So the Lions, all right. So the Vikings go with Zay Flowers. That could be a great trade destination, the Vikings, but maybe to maybe to the Bills. So, all right, the Jaguars. Lucas Van Ness drops a little bit, but him and Tavon Walker, it's they need some edge help. Even though they've drafted high some edge rushers, I know they lost Arden Key and stuff. So, all right, the Lions. So this is the trade down again, and they went defense with their first pick. No, I'm sorry, they went offense, which everybody's been mocking two defensive players to the Lions. I went Jackson Smith and Jigba just of the way the board fell, and with this pick, I gave them Kalaji Kansi, the defensive tackle out of Pitt. The Ravens, who traded down with the Cowboys. The way the board was looking, Say Flowers was gone, and I don't I don't think Quentin Johnson at this pick would be. I'll just give him a Ravens player, a player that screams Ravens, and that is Will McDonald, the linebacker out of Iowa State. The Bills. This was hard to draft for the Bills too, man. I was going a bunch of different directions, but I settled with Quentin Johnson, the receiver out of TCU, who I'm not a big fan of because I was just he's just, but his window is high, like I am right now. The Bengals, they lost Jesse Bates. Brian Branch is versatile, and he can play both safety positions, plus some slot corner. Got Brian Branch. Falling some, he could go way higher than this, man. He could go anywhere from number 12 to this pick right here. But this is his, like they say, his floor of how low he'll get drafted. Brian Branch. All right, the Saints. I thought they were gonna have 4 tight ends in the first round. I was really, really high on Luke Musgrave, but it's looking more and more he won't be in the first round. But if he does, I'll be like, I called that shit. But I go with another tight end here who's actually taken over. Darnell Washington, who wasn't even the starter in Georgia as tight end, bro. That dude, the tight end, is going to be a top 5 player next year. Darnell Washington, the tight end from Georgia. All right, I have the Cardinals moving back up from the Eagles. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No. This is the Eagles. They traded to move up to 3, and they swap. Cardinals move up to 30, but the Cardinals also but the Eagles also get their second round pick plus another the Eagles' other second round pick. Anyway, so this is the Cardinals pick, and they went with offensive tackle first pick. They went with Paris Johnson, who they really, really like, and people have been drafting the Paris Johnson 3 overall, which I think would be crazy. But then offensive tackles should go that high, and he's the number 1 rated tackle. Cardinals go with defense this time, the defensive line, Brian Brazee, the defensive tackle out of Clemson. And with the last pick, I had the Chiefs trading out of the first round to the Rams. The Rams haven't had a first round pick since 2016, I believe. It's crazy. They haven't had a first round pick in a while. But they go here. The Rams move back up. They get their quarterback of their future, even though there's been reports Matthew Stafford is in the greatest shape of his life. They still need I think, even though Hendon Hooker ya está viejón, well, coming out of college, he's 24. And but I got the Hooker for the going to LA. Hendon Hooker, quarterback, Tennessee. That's my first round mock draft. Told you, man. Telling you, that is the most accurate draft you will see. Didn't all those picks just make absolute sense? Neta, bro. I mean, anybody can do this, bro. It's so much fun. I love how there's so many draft simulators now, and there's so many people getting into the draft, and I've been doing this since like my freshman year in high school. I think I would be a huge draft nerd. I would wake up, I remember, man, just waking up not waking up because they would, but it's sometimes even waking up and just getting ready for on a Saturday, no school, waking up to the draft, having all those drafts. Man, it was so much fun, bro. So I'm glad. I love how it's just become this huge huge thing, man. So yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs to the Bengals. I really thought about it. Really thought about it because I think Joe Mixon is in trouble again. And even though, I mean, even if he plays or whatever, like, he's in his last year of his contract. Something, I don't know Joe Mixon's situation, but I know he won't be the running back for the Bengals in the future. So yeah, I thought about Jahmyr Gibbs, but the value of Brian Branch is there with Jesse Bates gone, and there's just really good running backs that maybe the Bengals trade up to get a Zach Charbonnet or maybe a Tank Bigsby in the third round. Oh, all right, man. Thank you so much. Best draft show. Quentin Johnson to the Texans. Now I would have given him the Quentin Johnson, but I gave the Bills Quentin Johnson because Quentin Johnson is very vanilla in his route running. It's just straight post all the time. Posta chingón y fast el vato. So working with somebody like Stephon Diggs there in Buffalo would be great for that dude, man. Stephon Diggs, like, great, just a great dude, route runner, and just knows how to get open, man. Would just be great for Quentin Johnson, and then they need more receivers there. I don't think Gabe Davis is gonna be back after this year, so that's why I went with Quentin Johnson. And next year I'll do. Thanks, Brandon. Puro pinche Chargers, bro. Tomorrow, can't wait. Superstar is better que me la pela Kuiper. And Matt Miller, the NFL draft analyst from ESPN, owes me $25. Who he never, because we used to be on this draft message board, and there was this draft competition of who would predict the most draft picks correct in the first round, and I won. And Matt Miller, who ran that website, never paid me. Been waiting for 15 years for that payment there, Matt Miller. Le voy a hablar a ESPN, vato. Hey, qué pinche onda. Later, I'm gonna post my draft moment. I'm gonna post it as a Throwback Thursday clip for tomorrow, man. Trey Wingo cuts me off. Chapete. And come to San Antonio, man. If you got friends in San Antonio, man, I don't know what's up, man. Last time I did the comedy club, the LOL comedy club, and we had really great turnout, man. Almost 200 people. And then when I do Las Chiladas, I sell out. So we have this a new comedy club that sells out other artists. Like, there's been comedy shows there, and they've been packed. But maybe, I don't know, San Antonio's tired of me. I get so many requests for San Antonio, but then when I go, we're at 19 tickets. Que pinche onda, San Antonio. Me agüitan a la verga. I just got a national ambassador sponsorship and 19 tickets in San Antonio. Que pinche onda, bro. Alright. Ni modo. Y'all be good, man. God bless you guys. San Antonio, we'll see you this weekend. We'll see you at the NFL draft. I'm going to be front row at WWE SmackDown. I'm going to have a Vince Me La Pela sign. And maybe one that says Onta la Mota. I don't know. I don't want to get kicked out. Even though Vince Me La Pela probably would get me kicked out too. All right.